we'll do the seated set, and we'll see what time it is. After that, I finally took me all week. I finally put out the video from last Sunday, so that's up on YouTube, and I put a long explanation on the description about what I've been talking about. Those first things to really study, yeah? And it speaks to the idea that everything you do when we do the kung fu, when we look at the exercises, the set, that everything has a meaning. And if you find that it doesn't work well, if there's something better, go ahead and replace it. Improve. We talk about improving the art. Yeah, don't just let it get stale, and don't just do it because it's been there and passed on. So you have to pick and choose. But if you discover like, oh, it's not a good move, it doesn't work well, go ahead and take it out, and replace it. If it doesn't work for you, modify it and such. So yeah, I put a long explanation. In my mind, there's three major points. I think I put down six or seven points trying to talk about it. And the first one is breath, right? So when we look at how the warm up, once we decide, okay, we're going to practice, what do we do first? So the first thing is breath, breathing. And the first thing we have to do is inhale. So we talked about that. We have to inhale, then we exhale, and exhaling speaks to letting go and relax. So the idea of sung or song. Okay? And then we can accept, right? Then we can open the top of our head, the bottom of our feet. We can connect with nature. So we can connect way up there in the sky, and we can connect through the ground, and we can run the energy in and out of us easily, right? And by letting go speaks to not being defensive, right? Not rejecting things, but just accepting, and you can filter through it later. You can learn, and you can listen, starting to listen, right? So then we can flush, and then we start the movement, and then we take our time, and we learn to use the ha. Okay? So the ha, the yawn, will open up the throat, and we start listening to our body, trying to breathe abdominal, right? Relaxing, taking our time, removing the anxieties, right? Listening, learning not to be reactive. So that's part of the slow practice. The Manmandi, take your time, slow down. Or the Manlik, the slow power. And as we do that, of letting go and listening and taking our time, then we get ready to walk. Okay? So when we start walking, we have to learn to fold the kwa, fold the hip joint, okay? And then shift, and we have to learn to turn. So when we allow the joint to turn, right, then that will release the opposite leg, whichever side we're trying to pick up. And then the patience really starts to set in, where you have to stay in this position, right, while this leg is stepping and coming out. You have to stay in this position until it touches down. And even when it touches down, you have to relax so everything settles and the body remains single weighted. And then you have to let go of all the joints, and then you can start shifting. Okay? So if we do it that way, then we're not falling. That's the walking, the mobility. But if we shift our weight too early, then actually we're falling, right? We can't stop in the. So it's teaching a lot of patience if we realize that we're studying patience, right? It's and that's discipline. So that discipline, that message that you have to be disciplined, you have to listen to yourself, you have to be patient, don't react, right? So when the leg comes out, you can feel your weight shifting. If you move, that's in react. So you have to be disciplined and keep your weight here when that leg sits down, and then let everything go, right? Let the tension in the hips go, let the tensions in the shoulders go, then you can shift. So before we even start the form, what we consider the form, the set, the lu, right? There's all of these lessons. There's this patience, waiting, the mechanical to teach us how to walk. Okay? And Last week I was talking about when I really realized, right, the first lesson is to breathe in, to inhale, to help you to remember that. Think of the baby, right? When the baby comes out of the womb, right, the baby's breathing from the umbilical cord, right? The lungs really doesn't know what the lungs are for, right? It doesn't have that mechanical function yet for it, but the comes out of the womb, umbilical cord gets cut off, and now it's forced to breathe in from the lungs. So now it has to open the mouth, right? The doctor has to aspirate and clear the passages, and the lungs are collapsed. So then it has to inhale to expand, right? Then it can relax, right? Then the breathing cycle can start. And for 9 months, baby didn't have to use this. So then the baby forgets to breathe sometimes, right? It just stops breathing. So you have to blow in the baby's face, right? Remind the baby to breathe again, right? That's a natural thing. So same thing for us, right? We have to be disciplined. We'll forget things. We have to remind ourselves, become conscious, watch yourselves in the mirror, put your hands right on your lower belly, put your hands on the chest to see, is this rising? Is it relaxed? Is this moving? We have to force ourselves to be very conscious so that when we don't think about it, we're slowly changing our habits. Okay? And even for athletes, right? Dedicated athletes who train thousands and thousands of hours so that when they do their application in competition and they don't think about it, it doesn't mean they're 100% exact as in their training because there's so much going on. Right? But we see that in things like basketball, when a player gets in the zone and they just don't think, right? They just totally let go and they let all their training take over and they're unstoppable. Right? So basketball really shows us what can happen at that point. And we just say, oh, they're in the zone. But that's what it is, right? You let go, you don't think about it, and you just let whatever the training has done for you. Yeah. Okay? So I'm putting on these descriptions the important first lessons, and that's what that attends to. Before we start things, listen to everything we do. Every movement we do is important. It has value. If it doesn't have value, right, we don't have time for that. Put in something else that has value. Yeah. And as always, the most difficult thing is to apply that to life, right? To let go of things in life that are taking up and draining us and sapping us, right? And replace it with things with value, or just remove it to remove the stress. Okay? So that's really what the Kung Fu is about. Yeah. Oh, and the last thing is I talked about, well, not the last thing, but I talked about we do it for health and not martial purposes, but really it is self-defense, right? It's self-defense for health. Because what's the best self-defense than to keep yourself disease-free, stress-free, right? Mental health, physical health. So it is self-defense. So it does apply. You just have to recognize that. Okay, extend the legs. Miss Chin, yeah, on the ground. Okay, sit up nice and straight. Drop your arms. Yeah. Drop your arms and relax the shoulder. Right, and do this. Just slump a little. Yeah, just let your body slump and relax. And then from the center, right, from the bottom of the spine, you feel the spine slowly opening up. So think of the tailbone and then slowly straighten out the spine. Think of one vertebrae at a time, but relaxed. And drop the breath while you do this, right, until the head is up. Drop the shoulders, continuously drop the shoulders, drop the chin a little. Right, and they like to say, drop the chin and pull the head back or tuck the chin. Right? The idea is that we're trying to get the top of the neck aligned with the spine. Make sure you take that nice, large breath using the ha, the yawn. So the lower belly moves and just let it go. Ha. Okay. Slowly imagine the top of your head being pulled upwards. And that's the final step of Straightening the spine, relax the lumbar, relax the spine, and then relax the hip, and then expand the legs and slowly reach your feet into the earth. And you want to feel and imagine and see your body stretching, expanding in all directions. So the lower body is stretching into the earth, right? The upper body is stretching upwards, the spine is stretching straight up and being pulled, and the shoulders and the arms are stretching at an angle, right? So if we were to stand, the position would be like this, like an X, right? But expanding. Right? The toes lightly touching, and you have to relax to expand. And check that your breathing is relaxed, your throat is open, and then listen to your facial muscles. Relax all the muscles on your face, starting from the forehead, come down to the nose, and the muscles on the side of your face, relax them, and your cheek and your jaw. And you want to feel those muscles falling. You want to physically feel them letting go and fall until you feel that expression of no expression. Right? Don't hold any expression in your face, but listen to your heart and smile. Have that feeling of smiling, but coming from the center of your chest, from the heart area. But the physical muscles of your face, just let them go. You don't need them to show that physical smile. You feel that smile. And again, relax the breathing. Make sure your diaphragm, your lower abdominal muscles are expanding and contracting. And keep on checking that you're expanded. Keep on checking that you're smiling. And then think way up in the sky. Think about the sun. And send that nice little thread of energy from the sun down through the top of your head, passing down to your spine and warming up that little sun in your chest. And that's our sun Qigong. And every time you smile, you can feel that little sun in your chest expand. It just gives that nice little burp to remind you how that positive, that feeling of smiling helps to expand. And it's good for us, right? It's physically, emotionally, mentally good for us. Take a deep breath. Relax and let it all out. Slowly pull your belly button into the spine to squeeze out all that air. And then relax and let it expand naturally. And take another deep breath. And keep breathing until you feel it expanding the lungs and filling up the throat. And then relax, let it collapse by itself. And then squeeze all the air out. And then relax and let the lower abdominal go so it starts expanding, and take a third deep breath of air. Slowly open your eyes, drop your shoulders, and feel how that starts to move the arms, and slowly start to gather the chi up in your hands. Right? Every movement, everything has value. Cycle it down from the top, through the top of your head, relaxing your wrist, guiding it down through your body. And right here, you feel when everything connects and you start to rise. Take a deep breath in and exhale. So we add that extra breath of air, and then begin that cycle of gathering the chi again, gathering the air. Drop your wrist and use your fingertips to help guide it down through the top of your head, and then the palms, the eyes looking straight ahead. Imagine you staring way out at the mountaintop or the horizon, but a single point. If you're looking at a boat, you would slowly start zeroing in on every detail of the boat until you could read the numbers on the side, the name. You could see that one person. You could see the details of their clothes, their eyes. If they're wearing any jewelry, you could just zero straight in with clarity. Drop the shoulders, drop the shoulder blades. Feel the arms expanding, stretching the spine upwards. So the whole body is breathing. Breathe in from the earth. Feel the legs sinking into the earth. Feel the whole bottom of the feet connected. Rising up from the back, the spine, over the top of the head, and then down the front of the body. That large universal circle. Just taking your time, listening to yourself. Allowing your body to move how it can move. If it has restrictions or no restrictions. Press upwards and hold just for a second and then arch back. And then come back and back down. That'll help to open up the body a little bit. Open up the chest, the rib cage. Help to stimulate the kidneys a little bit as we arch back. So press and then arch back, a little hyperextension, and then come back down. One more time. Learn to lead with intent. Learn to allow the chi to follow the intent, and then the blood to follow the chi. Come up from the side. Extend the fingers. Feel the fingers being pulled out, stretching the arms while you breathe in and out. Drop your shoulders and elbows, and again expand, stretching, and then exhale. Push from your shoulder blades. Follow the palms. Look over the palms. Look out at the horizon. That singular intent of your eyes staring out at the horizon. Send the chi out. Making the eyes nice and bright. Scooping down. Filling up the whole body. Nice deep breath. Feel the lower abdominals expand and squeeze all that chi and blood through every part of your body. All the muscle tissue. Down through the tip of your toes. Focus in the bones. Fill up the bones with blood and chi, and then squeeze and wring out every bone of your body. Imagine from the skull, the spine, the fingertips, the toes, that you're wringing them out. And then focus on the joints, the ligaments and tendons. Twisting, coiling, wrapping, squeezing the blood and chi through the ligaments and tendons, and then slowly letting it go. Take your time. Don't rush. So the Taichi, the internal Kung Fu, really teaches about the Manlik, the slow power. Okay, and that's part of the formula for us. Nice deep breath as you slowly relax, let everything go. Feel the shoulders drop. You drop the shoulder blades, the arms will swing forward. Feel the lower belly expand and release. Let go of the chest, the shoulders. Looking straight ahead. Feel the feet expanding into the earth. Feel the feet reaching into the earth. Feel the top of the head being pulled and suspended from above. Tilt the sternum up. Easiest way to correct our posture, just tilt the sternum up. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And then begin. Turn your palms. Breathing in. Feel the fingers being pulled and stretched forward. Pulling the body forward. And then coming back to center, relaxing a little bit. Right? And then lift the sternum while you exhale. Not even reaching the end of the knees. Take an extra breath. And then begin again. Feel it pulling the body, so let the body shift forward a little bit. And then sink, and then relax, and lift the sternum and feel for that full feeling, and then down. And then drop the head, open up the neck. Right? We want to, if nothing else, we want to warm up the neck with this move. But you can see we're moving the whole arm. Right? We're warming up the shoulders, we're warming up the elbow, we're warming up the wrist at the same time. And we have some expansion, stretching to open up the joints. And then releases. We're coordinating continuous movement with our palms. Last one. Breathe in. And make sure the toes are reaching and stretching down. And out. Lift the sternum. Look straight ahead. And down. Okay, number 2. One hand up, one hand down. Looking to the side. Again, feel the shoulder blades moving. And exhale. Look at the fingertips as you turn. Breathing in. And exhale when you're ready. Right? Don't copy my exact timing. You have to listen to yourself, finish the breath. Finish breathing in, relax, and then finish exhaling and relax. Feel the warmth of the palm washing through the forearm, to the pericardium channel. Look at the second finger, second line, second finger now. Breathe in as you turn and exhale as you come back to center and drop the other hand. And then look beyond the palms. Learn to stare way out at the mountaintop or the horizon. Breathing in. Yeah, very singular, lightly intensive stare. Right? Forcing yourself to stare at one point. And pulling the chi out through the eyes. Come back to center. Height of throat. Think deep into the throat. Do 3 times. Think of no restrictions in your throat. That means no restrictions in your voice. That means no restrictions in your thoughts or your expression. Right? And how you express yourself is up to you, verbally, artistically, physically, right? Just mentally. But you let your thoughts come out. Moving to the shoulders, fold the arms, bend the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Imagine you can touch the inside of the shoulder blades and then pull them up and over, and turning the palms at the same time. Pull the shoulder blades to the front. Remember, you're trying to move only the lower inside corner of each shoulder blade. Same thing, always taking our time. Right? We're practicing that slow power manlik, manmandi, and then come forward, turn the palms out when you come forward. Turn the palms, turn the wrists, squeeze, and down. All the way down. Relax a little bit, and then one side. And the other arm is relaxed, but the fingertips are still open and expanding. The more we can hold that light expansion in the whole body, that's myofascial release. That helps the muscles to relax. And then forward 3 times, at least 3 times. When you feel like an area is tight and you need to do a little bit more, just go ahead and do more repetitions. You finish, make sure you stretch all the way down, relax a little bit before you start the other side. And let the body turn, let the waist turn, let the neck and the head turn. If you don't let it turn, it's going to restrict the movement in the shoulder blade. You won't get as nice a stretch as you could. And remember to fold the arms, right? That's very important to get that nice range of motion. And turn the palms. That's going to help to make sure that you're rotating the shoulder joint so it can warm up a little bit more. Front to back. All the way down. Finish the movement. And then one time back to front and front to back to finish. All the way down. Slowly let go and then make circles, right, to loosen up those muscles. So that stretch is really large. And loose, 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 loose. Just let your arms swing around, right, like propellers. Nice and loose. And then slowly slow it down. Let it go. Okay? And then doing the next warm-up, breathing in. Think of the movement. Remember, it starts with intent. The chi follows the E. The blood follows the chi. Breathe in and out. Feel the fingertips being pulled out. Something stretching the fingertips. Something else moving the hands for you and doing the movement for you. You're just following. And then think of the spine. And slowly start pulling the spine in one direction and let it go. Use the ha when you exhale. Pull it in the other direction, let it go. Each time you pull the spine a little bit more, a deeper breath, ha. When you exhale, just let it go one time, ha. Just let the hands drop, ha. Ha. So as the hands pick up, it's through momentum. Just moves by itself. Or something else, you can imagine something else whipping the hands in a circle for you. Something else pulling the spine for you. Ha. 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 A nice deep breath and let it all go. Ha. And if you relax, you should feel like your body still wants to move and you can still feel that turn. And you don't stop that movement. You just let that vibration keep on going. Okay, moving to our spine, hold the ball, relax first. And then separate, keep the hands right in the center. And don't let them come to the side. You have to relax the wrist and expand the fingers. And feel your shoulder blades moving and adjusting and force that air to stay down into your lower dantian, your lower belly. And slowly expand the shoulder blades away from each other. Keep the hands in the center. Right, top hand, the fingers are reaching up into the sky. Right, piercing through the clouds, just piercing way up in the sky. The bottom hand, the wrist is relaxed. The fingers are surging into the ground. Straighten the spine, lift the sternum. And you have to force the breath, force the lower belly to move, force the diaphragm to move. When we stretch like this, right, it's going to pull and make us breathe shallow because we can feel that pull. So you have to force and consciously push the belly out and let it collapse. So again, that discipline, and take a deep breath. Imagine the whole spine expanding and reaching up from the toes through the rib cage and the spine and the fingertips, and exhale when you're ready. Slowly stretching the fingers, moving the chi through the forearms. Just breathe, slowly expanding, making sure everything's connected. Making sure the lower belly is expanding and relaxing, not breathing from the chest, but sinking the air down. Checking that the feet are expanding into the earth, and the hips are relaxed, the quads is relaxed. And then take a deep breath and expand. And exhale when you're ready. Just take your time. Ha. Use the ha. Try to pass right in front of the heart as you breathe in, coming up. Continuous motion. Think about it. Exhale when you're ready. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Feel the forms washing through the palm, washing through the forearm, stimulating and moving the chi through the forearms, stimulating all the organs as it passes through the forearms. The liver, the stomach, the heart, the kidneys, the intestines, the spleen, the gallbladder, the lungs. Every time the palms pass through the forearms, you're flushing and moving the chi through all the organs, through the body. Last one, and then we're going to turn the palms into our spirals. Nice deep breath. And then pull the spine towards the lower arm and drop the elbow and turn the palm. The bottom hand washing the outside. The fingers, the palms nice and open and stretched. Then pull the spine, lift and fall. Try to keep them right in line with each other. And unwind. Keep the palms right in the center. Pull the spine while you breathe in. Expand and then Keep the palms nice and large. Stretch the fingers. Exhale. Inhale, winding up. Release the neck. Release the spine. Release the waist. Then expand. The palms and the arms can gently rub against each other in the center. Breathe in. Breathe in and coil. Breathe in, pull the spine. Last one. Breathe in, pull the spine. Come back to center. Lift the sternum. Come right in front of the heart and smile from the heart and connect with that sun. Turn the palms. Drop the shoulders and keep on pulling the spine towards the upper hand. Winding the ball. Polishing that sun, polishing and pumping the chi through the heart and lungs. And twisting and winding up the spine, letting the head turn and release. Keep the hands right in the center. Become really aware of your spine. Feel how the shoulder blades expand and stretch, and then relax. So one more time each side. Hold the ball, drop down to the solar plex, tilt the sternum up, look way in front of you. Find a single point way in front of you, like you're creating a wedge. Palms out. Right? Nothing can reach you, it just gets deflected by that wedge. Press both feet into the earth and sink into one foot, sink into one hip to release the other leg. Take your time setting it down, relax, and then press the other leg down. So study that process. You have to let the joints go. You have to let the hips, the large hip joint, the large shoulder joint, you have to let it go before you can pick up that other leg, right? Before you can make the transition. And if you're just holding on to it, that's a lot of muscle to just work through that tension. So you have to relax, and then it'll sink more on one side, and that will add to allowing the other leg or arm to lift. Okay, just studying the palms, pulling the chi up and pressing it down, and something else manipulating the palms for you. So first one, pulling the chi up from the earth. Relax and breathe in and draw the chi up. Just relaxing the legs, feel that heaviness. And then guiding and pressing the chi back down into the earth. Feel that lightness of body when you do that. Take a breath. Think of the back of the hands. Think of a suction pulling the back of the hands up. As you breathe in, just focusing on the suction pulling the back of the hands up. And notice how that changes how the body feels. And then something pressing the hands down, guiding it down. And think of the bottom of the hands being pushed up. As you breathe in, feel how the body feels a little different again. And then the bottom of the hands being pulled down like a suction. Just let it go. Yeah, no resistance. Add it to the legs. Press both legs into the earth. Expand, just pressing. And then sink into one side, left or right. The other side will release. But it doesn't lift off the ground. It just releases. And then sink. Even in the chair, allow yourself to sink and fold a little bit into that hip joint and let it turn. Feel the body turning. And then feel as you turn, the heel picks up. And as the heel picks up, then you can begin. Pick the knees straight up and stay in that hip joint and step forward. And press, right? And then relax, release and relax and sink into the other hip joint. So then the other leg can lift as high as you comfortably can and down. And when it presses, you have to let go of the hip joint. And then you can turn and fold. And then you can pick up the other leg. Guide it back with your hands. Sink it down. Right? So part of your mind has to stay in that hip joint, either the left side or the right side, controlling it, holding it there. So when you're walking, standing, balancing, think of that hip joint. Commit to sinking and releasing and folding into that hip joint, and then you'll find yourself a lot more stable. Right? Everybody else will say, straighten your back, lift your head, right? Don't move. I'm telling you, if your body needs to move, you let it move. Okay? That's vibration. If you live in that hip joint and you relax and you let go, right? Then your balance will come out. Then you can shift, then you can move, and you relax the bottom of the foot. The very bottom of the foot needs to be relaxed so your legs can sink into the earth. As the leg touches down, right? Imagine the leg like heavy steel columns that are hollow in the center. But the outside, just heavy, solid steel columns sinking into the earth. Right? No tension on the bottom. It's just the weight of it is just sinking and pressing into the earth. But the center is open so the chi and the blood can flow easily. So there's really no blockage. Pick up the knee as high as you comfortably can. And if you stay in the hip joint, that will also help to relax the upper body. And they'll remind you to sink the shoulder blades too. Come back to center after this one. Hold the ball. Press both feet into the earth. Relax. Take a breath first. And all of this is really, the primary is really for the hips. Right? Okay, drop one knee and pull the spine in the opposite direction and turn the palms and slide the hands straight for your camera, straight for your screen. Let the body turn. One hand will come out, one hand will come back, and then exhale. Drop the other leg and turn, pull the spine the other direction while you're breathing in. Keep the sternum up. Feel something pulling the fingers out and then gently releasing, allowing it to spring back to center. Take a small step. Breathe in. You want to open the hip joints. Move the pelvic joint. Each time you try and take a larger step if you can, if you're comfortable. Only if you're comfortable. Let the body turn so the hips open up. And you can feel you're also stretching the lower abdominals as you turn. The psoas muscle. And you're twisting the lower lumbar. And you're stretching the leg as much as you comfortably can. And with a small movement. Pull the spine and exhale. Come back to center. Think deep into your body below the belly button. Okay, turn the palms. I'm going to lift and stretch the heels, starting with a loose fist, rubbing against the rib cage. Breathe in and out. Heel first. Stretch the heel, stretch the knee down, and then wind it up with the fist, with the arms. Tuck the elbow so it rubs against the rib cage. And then transition. Same thing, we have to release the hip joint to be able to pick up and transition the leg. Press, and right here, release the hip joint so you can sink into the other leg. And pump the foot and wind it up. Back down, and press. You want to rub the inside of the forearm against the rib cage, stimulate those points, and then open the palms. And do with open palm now so you can feel the difference. Heel, knee, foot, and pull the spine. Then lift. Use the palm to lift and tuck the elbow in. Straight out. Feel the fingertips being pulled straight out. Remember to pull the spine and then lift. And we'll do one more like that. Oh, my body just got really warm doing these last few movements. Things are opening up. Stay in that hip joint and then slowly let go. Okay, stay in the hip joint, press one foot, sink into it. When you sink, you can feel the body turn, then the other foot can release and pick up the ball. Right at the heart level, relax, and then 45, and then heel and toe. Okay, primarily for the ankles, but like I said, right, the whole body is doing something. Okay, to accomplish this easily, the whole body has to be in the proper lineup. Okay, and finish the move and switch to the other side. Release and then press. And then hold this standing leg there, sinking into the hip joint so you feel the body still has to turn and fold into that hip joint. Relax your breathing, expand the lower dantian, head suspended. Okay, switch to the other side when you're ready. Small toe, big toe. Feel that transition that goes on into the hip joints as you move. Okay, come back to center. Just shake your feet out. Okay, light compression. Yeah, then pull the heels up last one. Pull the heels up, loose. just if you can, just the tips of my big toes are touching the earth, and I'm pulling up and stretching my feet, giving all those muscles a chance to stretch and relax a little. And shake it out and try again. Do a second one. Is it Friday night? Friday night, I'm playing with my granddaughter, and she says, "Oh, Gung Gung, let's play this. Let's play with me. Play a game." And the game is I have to fall down and smash her. And it doesn't sound that bad. It sounds bad, but it doesn't sound that bad. But I have to pretend to fall, like I'm going to fall on her. And she runs away, and I have to pretend I smashed her. And then I'm calling for her, and she comes out of someplace. So I do the first one, I fall down, and my whole foot cramped. So I was really in pain, and everybody got confused. I thought you were pretending to fall, but I said, no, the fall was fake, but the pain is real. The cramp is real. So yeah, the stretching, right? I'm the same way. I don't have that 9 to 5. I'm not moving constantly. So we have to do these exercises to remember to stretch and get every part of our body. Our 2-year-old tells me, "Gung Gung, play with me." So she's 2. She sits on the floor, spreads her legs, right? And says, "Do that." And I sit on the floor and I stretch my legs, and my body goes back. I'm so stiff, I can't even sit on the floor with my legs stretched and upright. It's pulling back, it's so tight, right? And then she leans forward, right, all the way. "Gung Gung, do that." I said, "Cannot." Which is really sad, because in the Kung Fu, at least twice a week, that was part of our stretching. So before I could do that, just stretch the legs, come forward, center, left, right, yeah. Oh, it's going to take a lot of work to get all back. But that's reality. So, I don't do anything that requires it most of the time. So I don't feel that I'm missing it. But that's how we fool ourselves. So we have to do these exercises and build in the movement. Yeah. One of the other little shocks I got, reminder about my age and the condition of my body, is I went out, and this is why we're doing the Tai Chi for Health, Arthritis for Fall Prevention. I went out and I said, "Oh wow, Lego Dragon," and I realized I've never really built a Lego project before. So I had to finish it. And as I'm doing it, I realized, right, it really showed me, it was a big shock to me. I don't have that finger dexterity like before. And I could feel, I always thought only this finger and this joint would flares. But as I'm trying to manipulate all those pieces, I could feel a lot of joints grumbling at me. I thought, wow. Right? Because I don't do this kind of craft level of dexterity. My cooking doesn't require it, right? I'm not doing carving. I'm not manipulating small beads and things. So, yeah, little shock. Little shock reminding me I'm hitting my mid-60s. I need to apply for Medicare today. I'm in that point. I'm a state retiree. So, yeah, I went last night, and I have to do all these things, yes. So I get all these little reminders of where my body is physically and such. So I do these. I tell people, I do these classes as much for me as it is for whoever wants to attend. I need this too. All right. Okay. Stand up just for a second. Yeah, just to shake it out. I know it's a sitting class, so not do much, but that first, as I'm talking about the form, when we do the standing, it really emphasizes talking about the folding and the shifting and the turning. But that expansion, if you put your hands up, like if you open up your feet and you expand here, that's what we're doing. You're stretching the upper body out, and you have to relax the wrist and feel like something's pulling. So first you stretch and then let something else pull, right? And then the feet have to expand into the ground. So what we need to do is fold, right? So you're going to fold forward a little bit, right? Let it fold and have to let go. So we can use the breathing to help that, right? That right? Just that to let everything go, and then slowly lift your heels a little bit. So the ankle, right? You have to lift your heels a little bit and fold. And when you lift your heels, it changes the body, and we're stretching in all directions, right? And all the joints have to be able to move. All the joints have to be able to move. And if I move like that, right, everything's flexible, right? So everything follows, right? If I were to move like that, it would be like those at the car dealerships, right? That's the famous ones, those long tube balloons, right? And the air pushes up and the air pulses, so it lets go, right? And then it comes out and it lets go. So the body is not stiff, right? All the joints can move, and it has that kind of motion in it. But if you it's a really subtle, but it's a really good exercise, and it's a that stance. So it's the heels up. When the heels come up, you notice my height, right? I don't lift like this. It's just you have to actually let go of all the joints, right? So it looks more like I'm dropping, and then expands, and then drop the shoulders while it expands. And when the heels come up, then you can start focusing on only where the toes are. It's stretching into the ground, and just let your body be flexible, right? You're not stiff and locked. You can just let it wave, right? And that's actually a really good posture. When I'm watching these shorts, you see the Taichi champions and such, and they're out there and they're showing things like this, and they say, okay, do this. All you have to do is do this movement every day, and they're way down. their legs are parallel and really wide, and they're just going up and down, and they're do this movement every day and you'll never have problems. Well, at our age, we already got that problem. So you have to remember, you can look at movements like that and just modify them for your height. You don't have to do them like the 25, 30-year-old martial arts wushu champions do. But it's saying that those kind of movements are important. So yeah, look at those things when you come across them, and see what you can do, and understand that you don't have to do it exactly like them. Yeah. When you can do it well after years of training and post videos, right, and you forget how you started. Yeah, you forget the rest of the world is not like that. So there. Okay, sit comfortably, right? Relax first. Just gently close your eyes and relax and listen to your body. Calm the breathing down. Are you using the ha to breathe? Are you relaxing the upper chest and just expanding the lower dantian? And slowly reach the legs out in front of you and walk them back a little bit. Just where you have to just stretch your toes down. Are you relaxing all the muscles in your face so you have no physical expression, that feeling of no expression, but letting the air flow through your lungs, flow down into your lower dantian. Right? Are you reminding yourself to activate that little sun in your chest and smile from the chest while your face relaxes? Let your hands just drop to the side. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Drop your chin while you pull that string from the top of your head, pulling, expanding the spine while the body just relaxes and falls into place. Slowly open your eyes so just a little bit of light comes through. Looking straight ahead, slowly looking straight ahead at the mountaintop. As you breathe in, feel the lower belly expand large, and then letting go. Check the alignment of your body, your shoulders relaxed. Make any corrections to your posture so you're expanded but relaxed. So you're leading with the E, you're thinking. Wherever you think in your body, you can feel that part of your body. Take a deep breath and then let it all out before we begin. Drop your shoulders and slowly feel your palms expanding, holding that ball of energy. Feeling that ball of energy slowly growing. So you're holding that soap bubble. The center of your palms are connected. At the same time, you're thinking of your lower dantian. When you're ready, commencement, breathe in and slowly picking up that ball of energy. Feel the arms swinging outwards. And feel the shoulder blades expand. The elbows fold. And everything sinks into place as you come to the heart. Roll the ball out. Bring it down into the earth, rising up through the legs, up into the body, washing all the organs, and feel the forearms rubbing against the rib cage as you roll it forward and bring it back to the heart. And connect that sun from above to the sun Qigong. Just expand and release. Single whip on the right side. Think of your spine. Pull the spine to the right while the hands are being pulled out, rising. Breathe in and single whip. Look at the right palm. Pull the spine to the left as the right hand drops. Once out, pull the spine so you can turn 45 and then release. You can release quickly or gradually, and use the ha. But initial exhale, just feel everything let go. Breathe in and just naturally let the timing come out. Pull the spine, then come back to center. Drop the shoulders, palms close to the center, to the heart chakra. Remember to allow the body to expand in all directions. Left side, single whip first. Breathe in, following the right fingertips, and keep on turning. Pull and coil. Release and then pull the spine and coil. Stretching the palm. Nice large palm. Finish on the left side. Come back to the center. Hold the ball in front of the heart. Lift the sternum. Look straight ahead. Brushing the knee on the right side. Think of the spine and the fingertips. Pull the spine and pull the fingertips up. Breathe in and fingertips forward. Lift the sternum. Keep on turning. Keep on turning to the left. Breathe in. Palms washing through the forearms. Pull the spine. Breathe in. Pipa. Right hand under. Pull the spine and release. Parry right. Circle. Parry left. Just let the arms swivel. Pull the spine. Cover. Pull the spine so the wrists are outside of the knee. Breathe in and start to grab. Pull the spine so the left hand tucks. As you turn the body, you can feel the hand slowly touching the rib cage. Release the wrist, release the palm. Large gathering. Lift the sternum while dropping the shoulders. Slowly release the wrist, come back to the heart. smiling from the inside. That sun nice and bright and warm and cool. And then the left side. Breathe in. Let go. Lift the sternum. Breathe in. Breathe in and pull the spine left. Breathe in. Parry left. Breathe in. Parry right. Breathe in and coil. Breathe in. Coil. Breathe in and pull the spine to the right. And rolling back and forth. Breathe in. Lift the sternum. Double hands pushing mountain. And release. Come back to center. Smile. Listen to the heart. Listen to the body. Repeat on the left side. Brush knee first. Pull the spine while you're breathing in. Fingers come forward. Drop the right hand. Lift the sternum. Pull the spine. Leisurely tying the coat. Release. Right hand circles up. Pull the spine. Pull the spine to the left while the hands drop to the belly button. Come back center. Then pull the spine while you lift back to the left. And then breathe in and pull the spine as the hand comes out. Big coil. Lift the sternum. Double palm. One open and close. Right side. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. Take a breath. Take a breath. And we'll do it the proper way. Fist under elbow first. Right side. Breathe in and out, and then we'll begin. Yeah? Pull the spine, pull the hands out, almost like a single whip. But right here, drop the right hand. When you hit center, pull the spine, a tight coil, and turn the right palm. So fingers face to the side. When you release, the hand holds a fist. And then you have to pull the spine so the fist and the elbow line up, breathing in. Turn. The left hand comes to the shoulder while the right hand pushes out. Breathe in and out. Open the palm. And then fold it up and let the elbow fold. Turn the body to the right while you repulse the monkey. And push the knee. Lift the sternum. Release the lower hand. Right? Turn the palm center. Keep on turning to the left, right hand up, left hand down, repulse monkey, fingers forward, brush the knee, lift the sternum. Turn the palm center, right hand up, left hand washing down, spine pulling to the right, brush the left knee. Leisurely tying the coat, pull the spine a little bit to the left, and then release. Pull the spine to the right as the hands come down. Release. Left palm turns up. As you lift the palm, pull the spine to the right. Breathing in and release. And then pull the spine to the right as you finish extending the hand out and release. Then you have that big wind up. Come back to the center. Tip of the middle finger still connected to the wrist. And then you release. One open and close. One heart lung Qigong. Now we repeat the brush knee on the right side. Breathe in. Fingers start coming forward. Exhale. Lift the sternum. Leisurely tying the coat. Pull the spine to the right and release. Release. Pull the spine to the right, release. Pull the spine to the right as you rise, release, and then pull the spine to the right as you expand and release. Big spiral, double palm, lift the sternum, one heart lung Qigong, then fist under elbow, turn to the left, hands come out, breathe in and drop the left hand, coil the spine to the right, turn the left palm, bottom hand makes a fist, pull the spine to the left, fist under elbow, pull the spine to the right, release the right palm, lift and allow the elbow to fold and turn and pull the spine to the left, repulse monkey, brushing the right knee, fingertip, heel of the palm and lift the sternum and drop the other hand. Keep on turning to the right, repulse monkey, breathe in, keep on turning to the left, repulse monkey, lift the sternum, leisurely time the coat, release, pull the spine to the left, release, pull the spine to the left, release, and then pull the spine left, big inhale, lift the sternum, getting ready for closing, relax, turn the palms, lift the sternum, nice deep breath, check the alignment of your whole body. Are your feet still expanded into the earth? Is the head still suspended? Are you still thinking about the hip joint? Still smiling from the heart? Press both feet into the earth and then shift into one leg until you can pick up one leg and bring it back. Release the hips as you transition. Press both feet heavy and then let go. And then both feet sinking into the earth as you gather. Final gathering. Reminding yourself to align and listen to your body. Reviewing all the lessons that you can remember. Even if it's just one lesson, just remind yourself of it. Remind yourself, don't be anxious. We're learning how to relax, how to finish movements, how to breathe, so that we can think clearly instead of reacting to everything. Take a deep breath and one more time. Deep breath and then let everything go. Feel everything just falling into place. Okay, loosen up the legs and we'll end with our bell meditation. Expand the legs, push the knees down one more time and then let go and slowly bring them back with the chest. Toes are just lifting and then reach the toes and foot down, relaxing and opening the hips and think of Gung. And part of Gung is expansion, expanding and loosening the joints. So Gung is relaxing while we're doing something. Gently close the eyes. Slowly open your eyes, rub your hands together, move your feet, move your body. Warm up your eyes. Yeah. You don't even have to touch your face, just feel the heat coming from the palms, from the center of the palms to the eyes. Imagine it cleaning out every part of your eye, making your eyes bright, rejuvenating. You slowly brush the scalp back, center to outside, front to back, just the fingertips, no fingernails. Same thing, but tapping. Tap the back. Tap all the line, every vertebrae. Right? And gently pull those muscles away from the vertebrae, from the cervical. Move the head up and down, side to side while you're doing this. Take your time. Warm up your cheek, just cradle your face. So if you have time, like this movement, you can do for a long time. If you won't hold it that long over here, but on your own, you could just hold it long time. You fall asleep like this. But your hands are warm, they're full of energy right now. Imagine them just softening up all the muscles in your face, increasing the blood flow in your jaw, your cheek, around your eyes. Okay, and then just slapping, nice, relaxed slapping, loose wrist when you're ready. Shoulders to fingertips, outside, top, inside, bottom. The kidneys, you can do the rib cage too if you want. And if you do the rib cage, the right side is your liver and gallbladder. Right, the left side is your stomach and spleen. Hands up, expand, nice deep breath. Relax and expand and smile. Think of that beautiful sun in that sky, just giving us all the energy we need if we want it. Right? The sun doesn't care. We don't want it, it doesn't care. We want it, it doesn't care. We circle around the sun, it doesn't care. Right? We crash in and burn into the sun, it doesn't care. It's just there. It yells, we yell at the sun, it doesn't care. We love the sun, it doesn't care. The sun is so high up and removed from us, right? It doesn't need us, it's just on its own. So you think of the sun as about as highly evolved. You worship the sun, it doesn't care. You don't worship the sun, it doesn't care, right? It has no need to be a cult leader. Okay, right hand, left hand. Thank you, everybody. Oh, we already lost some people. You know, we a little bit long this morning. Any questions? Any comments? Put your comments in the comment section. Remember to follow community guidelines. But yeah, Year of the Dragon. I had a